Welcome everybody to episode 21, part 2 of AWT Andrew's Wrestling Talk, where we bring you the news and reviews of wrestling around the UK and much more. Now, on today's show, it's a bit of a half and half here today. It's very cold in here as well. On Monday we had part 1 where I had the team here and we were talking so much Big League, UPW, Fight Nation, the Elimination Chamber. Wow, and what an event that was. But on tonight's show we've got a lot of the results from what we've watched or what's happened over the last couple of days. The results of the Cool and Uncool Wall, plus the question of the week. Mark will be bringing you the WWE this week, and of course the Q5 with that man. That's right, the Bruce. That's coming up later on in the show. So let's start off with Fight Nation Dare to Dream that we went to go and watch on Sunday. And what an event we had here. This was, in the end, it turned out to be an absolute cracking event. Well done, Fight Nation. We started off with Chris Brooks defeating Brian Idol. And then we were graced the presence of Klondike Kate, who came out to show appreciation to the fans and everybody. And then Robert Sharp, good old Sharpie, come down. She got rid of him anyway, for only Chris Ridgway and James Castle to come down. When they came down, she told James Castle that that's it, you're banned from ringside, you're not allowed in this championship match to be around the ring or anything against PJ Black later on in the night. So, we'll get to that a little bit later on. So the Z-Force tournament, we had 2 semi-final matches. Ryan Smile defeated Ash Draven and Josh Bodum defeated Savvy Sid Scala. Bit disappointed there that Savvy didn't go through, but we had a final of Josh Bodum and Ryan Smile, and believe me, what a final that was as well. So the Fight Nation Heavyweight Championship was on the line. Chris Ridgway defending the title against PJ Black, with the referee getting knocked down, with Klondike Kate going to see if the referee was alright. Then James Castle came down, caused a distraction. When Kate had realised that James Castle was in the ring, she chased him out of the pavilion, smacked him with the belt, but that only caused more of a distraction for PJ Black, for Chris Ridgway to walk away. Still, your Fight Nation British Heavyweight Champion. Joseph Connors defeated Lightning Lewis Howley. The Legion of Lords came out and made the open challenge to any one. That's right, any one person. Who was that one person? Adam Max did. And Adam Max did defeated the Legion of Lords as well. So we had the final, the Z-Force tournament final match, and what a match this was. Ryan Smile versus Josh Bodum. For the 4 minutes that it lasted, it was probably the best 4 minutes of the whole night, because I tell you what, them two are just top class athletes right there. And Ryan Smile beat Josh Bodum to become your new Z-Force or Z-Force champion. What a fantastic night we had there at Fight Nation. Us as a team, as AWT, got in the ring and had a nice little picture with PJ Black as well, so that was also fantastic. What a great night we had there. Kamikaze Pro Wrestling. This was off Southside Wrestling, apparently. They had an event. This was fantastic. This is Takeover 4. This was in Birmingham, my hometown. So, Chris Tyler defeated... Oh, no, sorry. Travis Banks defeated Kate Jutler. Ethan Page defeated Gabriel Kidd. Kamikaze Pro Relentless Division Champion Danny Maloney defeated Eddie Kingston. El Ligero defeated Andrew Everett. The Bigger Picture, Marshall X and Robbie X defeated YOLO Squad, which is Drew Parker and Ethan Silver. And the Impact Women's Knockout Championship match, Rosemary defeated Shana. That was a great event there. It sounds like they had an awesome event there. Now, there is a rumour that Rosemary is injured. I can tell you now, people, Rosemary is not injured. Well, we'll get to that a little bit later on in the show. Hope Wrestling that was on in Dunstable as well. This is another fantastic event. So we had Jeannie Money had defeated Tivy Lee. Team Man, Chase Williams and Danny Mayhem defeated Blizzard and Oliver Ross. Ashley Dunn defeated Kai Payne. The A-Division Championship 5-way, El Hef defeated Jay Gardner, Kent Nelson, Bjorn and CJ Carter. The LCW Tag Team Championship match, Hard Knocks defeated the Bromantics. And Hustle Malone defeated Paul McSherry. Absolutely fantastic event there, again by Hope Wrestling. Combat Sports Federation it was on. This is another fantastic event. This was on this past Saturday. Tiger Alley defeated Jack Stars. White Tiger and Owen Wall defeated Odyssey and Nathan Bay. Sami Sahan defeated Lomax in a last man standing match. And Eddie Ryan defeated Charlie Sterling. Fantastic. What another great event we had there. So we had two huge pay-per-views as well this past weekend. One of them being the Elimination Chamber. Very quickly, just like to point out the fact that I am extremely happy with Bray Wyatt winning the WWE title. I am very, very happy. I've been saying it for weeks. It's about freaking time. Not so much about the rest of the night, but that match was fantastic. So there we go on that. Now, the other huge pay-per-view we had was WCPW True Destiny. This was fantastic. Jim Ross and Matt Striker on commentary. Fantastic. So we had some pre-show matches. We had Prince Amin defeated Drake, and Bad Bones defeated Doug Williams. And also they had the announcement that on March 20th and March 21st in Manchester and Nottingham, the Bullet Club are coming to WCPW as Adam Cole, Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks. That should be very, very interesting. So they went live. So after that they go live from their pre-show. First match, it's Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. Now this was the first match of the night, and what a hell of a match this must have been. They go through their synchronised flips and all that kind of stuff in the ring, for only when they come and bounce off the ring like that, the rope broke on Will Ospreay's side. Fantastic. I tell you what, and there was a brand new ring for WCPW, I do believe. My sources tell me. Oh dear, fantastic. But Ricochet defeated Will Ospreay in that match. Another best of 7, an I Quit match. It was Rampage versus Primate, and an absolute brutal match what I've got here. Well, yeah, what an absolute brutal match. Rampage had taped Primate to the ropes, and then used a chain wrapped round his neck. Primate didn't quit. James R. Kennedy threw the towel in. Didn't think anybody would quit in that match. Drago had defeated Didos Caros, who was taking place of Pentagon Jr., who wasn't there that night either, for some unknown other reasons. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Travis Banks by submission. Seems a great match there. They had a cracking first match. So that must have been an awesome match. The WCPW Tag Team Championship Open Challenge Ladder Match. Wow, this must have been fantastic. Champions Moss and Slater were answered the call by El Ligero and Gabriel Kidd, Lucas Archer and Alex Gracie from Prospect, and then the Swords of Essex, Will Ospreay and Scotty Wainwright. And your new WCPW Tag Team Champions, Will Ospreay and Scott Wainwright. Absolutely fantastic. Congratulations, you guys. I'm a huge fan of the Swords of Essex. Fantastic. So Brie Priestley comes down with the WCPW title. She's supposed to go on with a match with Tessa Blanchard. She goes on about how Tessa Blanchard is too pussy to turn up and whatever. So she issues an open challenge. None other than Nixon Newell, the true WCPW champion, to answer that call. Oh yes. About time she come back. And she also defeats Brie Priestley and takes back her Women's Championship. Fantastic. Awesome. So we had the WCPW World Heavyweight Championship match was on the line. Your special guest referee was WCPW General Manager Martin Kirby, and Drew Galloway defeated Joe Hendry to retain the WCPW Heavyweight Champion. Sounds like a cracking match. I would have thought Joe Hendry might have actually come across here and maybe won that match. But I've got some things here, so this is why it changes. So the main event was the 2017 WWE Hall of Fame inductee Kurt Angle. And he defeated Alberto El Patron by submission. Now following that match, Alberto Del Rio told the knee and offered his hand to Kurt Angle, and Angle accepted. And then after Alberto El Patron had left, Joe Hendry had come down, raised Kurt Angle's hand, and then dropped to his knee and given him a low blow for Alberto El Patron to run down to make the save. He comes down, he thanks WCPW, he thanks all the fans. He says this is the best company in the world, not that one in Stanford, WWE. So yeah, that was very, seems like a very interesting night. I wish I was there for that for True Destiny. Also, Paige was also in the crowd as well. On her phone, as she always is, as I've noticed with Paige. She's always on her phone. So that was WCPW True Destiny. Absolutely fantastic event. But then the next night, they were in Leicester at the O2 Academy. And we got a card here as well. Some of these matches are rather strange. So Drago and Didos Carlos had defeated El Ligero and Gabriel Kidd. Rampage Brown had defeated Bad Bones. Ricochet defeated Travis Banks. Drake had defeated Gracie. The WCPW Tag Team Championships were on the line. The Swords of Essex, Will Ospreay and Scott Wainwright defended their titles and defeated WCPW Heavyweight Champion Drew Galloway and General Manager Martin Kirby. Jay Coffey had defeated BT Gunn. I thought BT Gunn was suspended. A WCPW Women's Championship match, no disqualification. Nixon Newell loses the title back to Bree Priestley. Bree Priestley is now your official and new WCPW Women's Champion. I believe sources are telling me that Nixon Newell could possibly be off to the WWE, maybe NXT. In the Performance Center. You never know. I believe that she has been signed. Also, Bree Priestley was helped by Viper. Now, if that's the Viper, very surprised. Very surprised. Liam Slater defeated Zack Sabre Jr. That's a shocker right there. And this is another shocker. Joe Hendry defeated Alberto El Patron. Hendry also had help from Travis Banks and Joe Coffey. So even Joe Coffey is turning heel as well by the looks of things in WCPW. Very interesting. Anyway, back now and going into the WCPW, this World Cup that they're having. Now, I've got a list here of a few guys from the English side of this one. Let's have a look at these. We've got Zack Sabre Jr. We've got Rampage Brown, Zach Gibson, Martin Kirby, Marty Scurll, Will Ospreay, Nick Aldis and Jimmy Havoc. So we've got some very interesting guys going into this World Cup. There's plenty of others as well. I haven't got all these down. I only read down our English ones because that's what's important to us. Oh yes, that is what is important to us. Now, also, I got an update. A match update for UPW Warzone. That's right, UPW Warzone, which is on the 17th of March at the Dorchester Corn Exchange. This is the match that's been announced. That's right, it is Dirty Dick Riley, your UPW Heavyweight Champion, to defend the title against Eddie Ryan. The man that he seems to think that was robbed of his championship match against Yestin Reese at the 2nd anniversary against Yestin Reese. Absolutely fantastic. This is going to be an absolutely cracking main event and UPW Heavyweight Championship match. So keep your eyes out for more updates. Follow them on Facebook. Follow them on Twitter. That includes WCPW and everybody else. Get on the click, people. Get on there and do it. Right. So let's move on to the one thing that you've probably all been waiting for, and that is the Q5 with the Bruce. So let's take you now to that Q5 with the Bruce. Welcome everybody to another edition of the Q5 with my special guest. This is the man they call the Bruce.
That's it.
How's it going, my friend?
I'm good, thanks for having me on.
It's great to have you on the show. So let's start off here with question one. Where did it all begin for you?
Where did it all begin? Well, I started watching wrestling probably from about the age of 4. I've been hooked ever since. Yeah. You know, if anyone that's a fan out there, something draws us all to it, and I was drawn to wrestling. I didn't start training until I was 20. So I found a school in Portsmouth, Varsity Pro Wrestling, trained under the UK Kid and Jake McCluskey.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, and here I am, 7 years later. So
fantastic. It's great, man. So who's inspired you to be the pro wrestler that you are today?
Well, for me, there's many guys. You know, I think still now the greatest wrestler of all time is Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. You know, he's one of the top guys. Obviously, Roddy Piper. That's why I wear the kilt, not just for my Scottish heritage, but for a tribute to Piper as well.
That's cool.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know, guys that I grew up with, and even modern day, you know, best wrestler in the world to now, in my opinion, is Randy Orton.
I totally agree with you there. Randy Orton, definitely.
That's it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. What do you think the future holds for you here?
Future, for me, it's got to be WWE. You know, that's the dream. That's why I got into this, was to one day be there. You know, I'm enjoying my time on the independents now, working for all the great companies that I work for. I'd love to work for so many more. You know, ICW, Progress, WCPW. Possibly even Evolve, somewhere like that, and then WWE, you know, at some point in the future. That's where I hope to.
I mean, we got the UK Championship tournament that's just happened, and they're bringing the TV show over here as well. Opportunities are open here in the UK.
What happens. You never know.
Dream match. Anybody, anywhere, for anybody as well.
For anybody, it would have to be a WrestleMania match. And I know it probably won't ever happen.
Never say never, my friend.
Never say never. There's 3 guys I'd really like to wrestle. One being Ric Flair, you know, one being Randy Orton, and Mick Foley. Ideally in a street fight, Mick Foley, you know, it's that sort of style. I believe that Mick Foley running a story or something with him builds guys, puts a lot into them, as it has done with Randy Orton and Edge. You know, he's had some great matches, you know, Mind Games, Shawn Michaels, and I think he's a great storyteller.
I'll tell you, Bruce versus Randy Orton, I'd love to see that. That's a dream match right there, I'd love to see that. Your highlight of your career so far, being that there's been so many, you former UPW champion, current tag team champions in Germany as well.
GWF tag team champions, the British Young Bloods. Both great highlights for me. Obviously winning the singles belt's probably the highlight of the year. You know, last year was a great year for me in terms of wrestling. But winning that singles belt and beating Mike Skirl for the title, possibly, you know, maybe not in the triple threat. I think the singles match that me and him had, that's probably the highlight so far.
Yeah, that's a huge match. That was an epic match. That was. That was in the categories of the match of the year for us. That was. It was absolutely epic match. Oh, lovely. Thank you very much for being on my show.
Thank you.
He's been Bruce. I've been your host, Carl Andrews, and I'll see you next time on another Q5. So welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that little interview there with the Bruce, and what a pleasure it was to have him on my Q5. Absolutely fantastic. It's great to have a former heavyweight champion on my show. The first ever former heavyweight champion on my show as well. So, UPW heavyweight champion that is as well. So, absolutely fantastic. So, regarding my next Q5, keep your eyes out on Facebook and keep your eyes out here on AWT, because shortly, within the next week or so, there will be an announcement on the next Q5. We've got so many Q5s booked over March and the end of February. You guys are going to go absolutely mental when you see some of these Q5s that we have. So anyway, let's take it now to this week in WWE with Mark Roberts.
Morning guys, and I'm Mark Roberts reporting for Andrew's Wrestling Talk, and I'm here to give you the Raw and SmackDown reviews of the week. So Raw starts off with Stephanie McMahon in the ring, saying Mick Foley isn't going to be there until Roman Reigns comes out. Reigns wants a match against Roman, and Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson comes out, so Stephanie makes a handicap match between them 3. Roman Reigns defeated them 2 by DQ, when Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson just wouldn't stop beating up Roman. Of course, tag team champions had to look weak because Roman Reigns cleared them after the match. Kofi Kingston defeated Bo Dallas. Jack Gallagher defeated Nonda in the Cruiserweights. Neville came out to build anticipation for their match at Fastlane for the Cruiserweight title. Emelina then made her Raw debut, basically to say she was going back to Emma, so the point of the whole thing for 17 weeks was rubbish. Braun Strowman decimated Mark Henry in the ring with the running power slam. After the match, Roman Reigns came out, hit a couple of Superman punches on Strowman, still wasn't enough to put the big guy down, and as Roman went for a spear, Braun caught him and hit the power slam, leaving Roman Reigns laying in the ring. We then had an interview with Samoa Joe basically saying whoever gets in his way he is going to destroy, so be careful Raw, because Samoa Joe has you on the hit list. Sami Zayn defeated Rusev, and after the match Joe came out and attacked Zayn, giving him notice that Joe is now on Raw. So it looks like they are setting up the match for maybe Fastlane, what will be a great match. Then we had the Festival of Friendship between Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho, where Kevin Owens decided finally to turn his back on Chris Jericho with the list of KO. Shocking behaviour, but you had to expect it, setting up their match for Mania. Cesaro defeated Enzo Amore, and now on Raw we have a new WWE Women's Champion in Bayley after she defeated Charlotte thanks to outside interference with Sasha Banks. Anyway, that sets up probably a match for Fastlane between the two, and that's my Raw review. So thank you very much guys, and I'll see you guys again next week. Cheers.
So welcome back. Thank you, Mark, for bringing me this week in WWE. Now, I haven't watched SmackDown yet, but I have watched Raw. So I did think it was a little weird that Bayley's won the championship. I didn't quite see what's they're leading with that. I would have thought they would have left it at the minute. Well, obviously Charlotte will probably win it back at Fastlane, more than likely. Also, I thought the Festival of Friendship was rather entertaining. Feel rather sorry for Chris Jericho at the moment. So yeah, I did quite enjoy that anyway. But anyway, it's now time for the one thing I love every week, and that is the Cool and Uncool Wall. That's right, this week on the Cool and Uncool Wall, it was Goldberg. That's right, and Goldberg, you were uncool, as the massive vote from the public. So this week, for the Cool and Uncool Wall, is NXT's Tag Team Faction of Sanity. Eric Young, Nikki Cross, Killian Dane, Big Damo, and Alexandra Wolf. Now personally, I think this is a great team. If you guys haven't watched any of this, go back on NXT and watch some of this. This is a project that Triple H has been brewing for about 10 years, I've been reading. He's just been finding the right people to play the right psychopaths. So Eric Young, most definitely, plays it well. Nikki Cross is a complete nut job, and she plays it well. You got Big Damo, Killian Dane, who's just a huge monster that's just going to kick everybody's ass. I'm not so sure about Alexandra Wolf. He seems to be the bit of the oddball of the group. But still, this is what's on for the Cool and Uncool Wall this week, so get your votes in there right now. I shall be posting that later on. The question of the week this week was, will Kurt Angle get back into the ring? Now, I would read these out, but I've got a bit of a problem with my phone, so I can't exactly read these out right now. I know a lot of you feel that it's you know, he ain't coming back, and I feel exactly the same. He probably won't come back into the ring. This is a big shame, really. I think he could have at least one last blowout match. I mean, he seems to be having them with WCPW, so why can't he have them for WWE as well? So yes. The question of the week this week is just your thoughts on fake injuries. Now, we've got fake injuries in the WWE that they'll fake the injury to build up a story or something like that, which is different with the WWE. But here, on the independent circuit, whether if it's in America or over here in Britain, on the independent circuit, fake injuries, I don't understand it. If the person wasn't able to turn up to an event, I'd rather just be told that that person wasn't able to make it to the event, not be fed some this guy is injured, or this superstar won't be turning up for this show because of injury, and then we all find out that there is no injury. So that is the question of this week. Let me know how you feel about this. I can see there's a fair few of us out there that generally don't agree. We've had some events on over the last couple of weeks. We've a couple of guys doing no shows. Now that's either down to never been booked, or down to the fact that they are generally a no-show. But a lot of it is coming down with fake injuries. And promoters are saying, this such and such is injured and such is injured. And then when you go home and you go on the internet and you find out they're not injured, they've been at another event. So, but get writing on there, people, and let me know how you feel on that one as well. Also, don't forget with this week's NXT, which is tonight, a huge match is on tonight for NXT. If you don't watch NXT, believe me, get on and watch it tonight. You want to watch it tonight because it's the UK Championship and it's Tyler Bates defending the title against Trent Seven. You do not want to miss this match, people. It's an absolute fantastic match. It's going to be brilliant, so get on there and watch. Anyway, this has been episode 21, part 2, here on my lonesome, which is a shame. It was quite nice to have my team here. But I have been your host, Carl Andrews. This has been Andrews Wrestling Talk. Don't forget to follow us and share us around on Facebook and YouTube. And we shall see you next week for episode 22 for AWT Andrews Wrestling Talk. Good night.
Impact! Never see. I could